Back to the action here. Express Summer Festival. Team Bibi up on Vanier 19-8. Lots of action here all weekend long. Live from Montreal, Quebec. Check that. That's Vanier with the lead. Vanier, a young squad here, part of the CJEP League. A lot of first-year freshmen. Bibi gets a 3 up, no good. Steve Joseph with the rock. Moving up to Query Wayne, who knocks it down for 3. Expanding on the lead, 22-8. Vanier leads. That was number 11 for Team Bibi, Scott Francois with the strong take. Was able to draw the contact and get to the line for 2. The Express Summer Festival features 175 teams, boys and girls, coming from all over the country, including the States. Spoke to the coaches from the New York Gauchos, about a 5-hour drive from here. Scott Francois no good on the free throw, 22-8. Vanier has it. That's a nice mid-range J there by Steve Joseph. Dupuis Cedric with the last bucket for Team Bibi. 24-10, 8 minutes to go in the first half.
You're going to be on the ball on that. Get back.
Still early in the summer for these programs. A lot of these teams playing some of their first ball of the summer. Continuity is lacking right now. In the previous game, Team Quebec, 17U squad, took down Saint-Foy, a team led by Derek Labadie. Highly skilled PG that we've seen in the past. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Tarek Spate, North Pole Hoops on the call. And we'll have action here on NorthPoleHoops.com throughout the course of the weekend up to Championship Sunday. Nice jump shot there by McFadden John for 3. And Vanier trying to work it down low. Lots of size for Vanier. They graduated Arnaud Boyer-Silas to McGill University.
Good ball movement. Good ball movement.
As Khalifa Kulamala knocked down the 3. Confident shot there. Has some size to him. Looks around 6'4", got some length as well. And here comes Steve Joseph. He's guarded by Ihan Muwamba for Team Bibi. Joseph elects to pull the 3. Won't hesitate there, that's off. Offensive board for Vanier is a loose ball, body's on the floor. And here comes Bibi. Vanier playing up tight. Air ball there for Bibi, and Vanier comes back. Here's Joseph. He's got a tight handle there. As mentioned, will not hesitate to shoot that. Tough shot there on the reverse. Coach Andy Herzog didn't like that when it went down, but could have got a better shot for sure. 29-15, Vanier leading Team Bibi, 6:24 left in the first half. We got substitutions. Khalifa Kulamala will check out as John Frederick Daho checks in. Number 23 in white. Strong body on him. McFadden John with a nice step back. Couldn't get it to go, but there is number 9, Dupuis Cedric with the cleanup crew. And Vanier there again trying to take advantage of their size. Big fella couldn't get to go, but there's Daho with the offensive putback. Really sloppy early on. Teams got to settle down and get into their set. Both teams rushing it a little bit. 31-17. Less than 6 minutes to go in the first half. We are live from Montreal, Quebec, as the St-Laurent Express host 175 teams at the Express Summer Festival, one of the top tournaments annually in the country. Thanks to Dan Lacasse and the crew for hosting North Pole Hoops once again. Year in, year out, we're able to find some hidden gems here in Quebec. A lot of under-the-radar talent here in QC, as we'll take a quick break here for a timeout. 31-17 with less than 6 to go.
Okay, let's keep it going. Keep the intensity high.
Get your feet square, get your feet square.
Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it, master it.
AJ Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow! Pick it up, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillip, two-hand jam!
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter from what city you're from, how tall you are, what school, what club you represent. Game speaks. There's no politics here.
It doesn't matter where you're from. Or what background you are. How small you might be. What matters is heart, will, and effort.
We are back to first half action, 31-17. Vanier leads Team Bibi in our first live broadcasted game of the weekend. Lots more coming up here at the Express Summer Festival. Bibi trying to find an opening. Tough shot there. Not a good possession for Team Bibi. Again, reckless early on. They got to settle down. Got to work an inside-outside game and open up the floor. Here's Steve Joseph. He's been a bright spot early on. Tight handle, and looks to be the floor general for this Vanier squad. Step back, Steve Joseph. Banks this one in. He does not hesitate to let that fly. That's 5 straight points for Steve Joseph.
He was absent in high school. They doing vocabulary and they used the word hesitate. He also was absent when they talked about shots.
That's Coach Andy Herzog echoing the sentiments. There's definitely no hesitation and surely no lack of confidence there for his point guard, Steve Joseph. Nice cut there by Vanier. Finally get one to go off the cut. And if Bibi's not careful, this could be a blowout in the first half. Here's Daho on the steal. Nice take there. Great timing by Daho. As Bibi looks to return the favor, but another turnover. Guys got to settle down. Way too many careless turnovers for Bibi, unforced. And that will lead into a timeout. as the coaching staff would like to talk it over. 38-17, 4:43 left in the first half.
Are you looking for exposure? Take your basketball event to the next level by live broadcasting with North Pole Hoops. Promotion, game film, play of the day, and much more. Email us at info@northpolehoops.com for further details.
NPH Scouting Service. The NPH Scouting Service is another platform for exposure with a network of over 300 coaches and scouts from some of the most recognizable brands and programs. Our scouts are constantly evaluating talent to ensure accuracy and credibility.
We've traveled across the country and back. 6 years running. Canada's basketball talent blossoms right before our eyes. From coast to coast.
Back to first half action. Vanier up big early on. Daho with a nice feed off the pump fake. I'm liking what I see here from Daho. Built well, good IQ. Was effective in the open court. That time showed unselfish play. That is Jean-Frederic Daho, number 23 for Vanier. Here's Steve Joseph bringing it up. Bigs battling down low from both teams. Steve Joseph up top on the controls, gets a screen. Three balls, no good. Vanier tried another banker. Up big early on, 40-17. And Bibi's got to settle down, taking possession by possession at this point. Very aggressive, but little substance early on for Bibi. Outlet pass here from Joseph. The Daho showing his back to the basket game, aggressive, and he will get to the line. Nice play there by Daho. He's been instant impact for Vanier. It's shown a little bit of everything early on. As Khalifa Kulumalo looks to check in. Kulumalo along with Quarry Wine. Two substitutions coming in. First one no good for Daho.
Straight flag, okay? Let's defend. Let's work on our defense. Let's make sure we don't give them anything. Straight flag.
Once again, a young squad, a young Vanier squad here. Many freshmen featured on the roster. Steve Joseph, one of them.
Straight flag, Harris. Straight flag.
Also coming in for Vanier is Nginyu Nagala, former MVP of a Quebec NPH showcase. This roster has a combination of crafty guards and some size. Haven't seen much from the bigs yet.
Harris, that was too easy, that drive. Three.
Here's Harris Elizovich. Back to the basket game there. It was a good strong move, but is called for the travel. Shuffled his feet down low. 3 minutes left to go in the half. Good attack there on the kick out by Ishmael Gashi. 3 ball, no good for Bibi. One of the better possessions for Team Bibi. They got to continue to look to drive and kick. As Josh Kulamalo is working the post here. He's a familiar face, Josh Kulamalo. Formerly played for the Ottawa Guardsmen at the time. A 6'4", 6'5" combo guard. And certainly a next level prospect. Big thanks to the St-Laurent Express, along with Dan Lacasse, hosting us here, North Pole Hoops in Montreal. Once again, Kulamala there gets it to go on the free throw, and Vanier extends their lead. Some CIS representation as Coach Borco from Concordia is in the house. An absolute gym rat when tournaments are on, looking for recruits for the Stingers. There's Kulamala for 3. Knocks down 5 straight there for Kulamala. And great defense by Vanier, not really given much. But Team Bibi's got to look to think the game a little bit more, not play so rushed. They are battling against the shot clock. Here comes Vanier. Nice bounce pass there by Kulamala, but his teammate was not expecting it. Less than 2 minutes to go in the half. Team Bibi down big. Off there by Dupuis Cedric. Here comes Ugala. On the attack, good body control. Doesn't get it to go.
G, Quarry right there in the corner.
Alizovic got over aggressive there and is called for over the back. Still very early in this tournament where blowouts are expected, but you can also expect a competitive day 2 when things really get kicked off. Found me a few prospects there for Team Quebec in the earlier game, looking to go for a national title later in July. That team led by 2018 stud point guard Damian Squire, who attends Wasatch Academy. But also several under the radar prospects there for Team Quebec. On the middle court here at St-Laurent Express, we also have Jean Mons taking on the U15 Team Quebec. Thanks everyone for joining us. Tarek Spate here, North Pole Hoops on the call. We're live from Montreal, Quebec. Here's Harris Elisovic to Kulamala. I like that. Nice high low. Showing IQ for the big fella. About 6'7". Ashley tries to get it to the cutter, and another turnover. Countless turnovers here by Team Bibi, costing them every time. Elisovic calling for it again in the middle.
Good take. You. Exactly. Perfect. Good take.
And that's a nice attack by number 13, Query Wine. I'm getting informed here that Utah State and Middle Tennessee, some of the programs interested in wine services.
Okay, you got got this one, Q. It's okay.
On the line is Query Wine, awarded with the free throws off the baseline attack. A lot of size and athleticism on this Vanier squad. Seem to have all the pieces to make a run in the upcoming season. Very youthful, as mentioned. But got several 6'4", 6'5", versatile players that can play the wing, can play the guard, a couple bigs, and definitely no shortage of ball handlers with Steve Joseph and Nginyu Nugala on the controls. That will be it for the first half. 50-17 is a large lead for Vanier. Stay tuned for the second half.
We're about to jump into the deepest talent pool that we've ever had. In most recent history, we've seen guys like Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Christian David, Abu Kigab, Jalen Warren, all have phenomenal showcases, which led to an increase in their exposure and an increase in their recruitment. That is by nature what North Pole Hoops provides at these camps. But I want to put it into perspective on just how much exposure you can get in 3 days at camp. A report goes out to over 100 NCAA coaches, CIS, JUCO, CCAA, and most recently we're being contacted more by NBA personnel. Then there's 100,000 in viewership on NorthPoleHoops.com. Then there's the live stream that goes on. Bang for the buck, there is no other camp that I've seen in North America that provides this much exposure. My job as a national scout is to identify the prospects at camp and make sure that we track their progress throughout the high school season, the club, and AAU season. From there, we build a profile for them online through our database and make sure that these kids are getting ranked and seen by coaches who are subscribed to our service. The NPH Showcase coaching staff are absolutely a vital part of this camp. You know, we got All-Americans, All-Canadians, guys who have been drafted to the NBA, people like Kyle Julius, who's currently coaching professionally, Mike Kabongo, All-American. They kind of set the foundation and provide the blueprint to these prospects that come in and are looking for exposure and development. Are you a top prospect? Are you underrated? Or just looking for competition? If you are, register today at showcase.northpolehoops.com. As always, game speaks.
Once we hit 10,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away a smartphone to one of you. So make sure you're subscribed and you like, comment, and share on any one of our videos. And the more times you do it, the better chances you have of winning. This is Sydney Ray for NorthPoleHoops.com. Good luck.
Is it something that I've done again? Say what?
Here's Campbell, look out! One hand down!
Seeing is believing. Create your very own mixtape that showcases your top highlights and skills. Available at all NPH events. Exposure starts here.
NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country. NPH National Showcase Circuit. From the grassroots level to the pros, a system has been developed through the National Showcase Circuit. North Pole Hoops hosts 3-day camps in Canada's major basketball markets that focus on exposure, skill development, and character development. Top performers go on to receive athletic scholarships in Canada and the United States. There are currently over 200 Canadian men and women playing at the NCAA Division I level. Canada's next top talents are identified at NPH's National Showcase Circuit.
We've traveled across the country and back. 6 years running. Canada's basketball talent blossoms right before our eyes. From coast to coast. It's our job to bring it to the light, No gimmicks, just hard work on the hardwood. Who will step up to the plate this summer? Who will make their game undeniable and challenge every man in front of him? Game will speak.
Okay, let's keep it going. Keep the intensity high.
Get your feet square. Get your feet square.
Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it, master it.
AJ Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow! Pick it up, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillip, two-hand jam!
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter from what city you're from, how tall you are, what school, what club you represent. Game speaks. There's no politics here.
It doesn't matter where you're from or what background you are. How small you might be. What matters is heart, will, and effort. Prove to yourself you belong. If you can ball, the time is now.
Welcome back to Montreal, Quebec. The Express Summer Festival in full swing, 170 teams strong. Quebec, Ontario, and New York. (50-17), Vanier all over Team Bibi. Many familiar names here for this Vanier squad. Joshua Kulamala, player we've evaluated in the past. Steve Joseph, Nigenu Nugala. Big fella's a new name. Number 22, Pierre Olivier. Very aggressive here is Vanier out the gate here in the second half. This game is pretty far out of reach at this point, but it's got to be about execution here, possession by possession, if you're trying to improve, trying to get better. Way too many turnovers in the first half for Team Bibi. Do have a lot of athletes on the roster, but don't seem to have a floor general that could settle things down. Big block there by the big fella. Here comes Vanier on the attack. Little bounce pass there to Steve Joseph. Lugala, pump fake, gets him in the air. Extra pass to Joseph, no good. Ishmael Gashi trying to make things happen for Bibi, but another turnover there. Thanks to everyone for tuning in here on NorthPoleHoops.com. With you is Tariq Spate of North Pole Hoops. We'll be with you all weekend here at the St-Laurent Summer Festival. Steve Joseph there just showing a little bit more of his craftiness. Nice pump fake, got everyone in the air, froze the defender and went for the floater. Here comes Team Bibi on a rare transition opportunity. McFadden John able to finish it. I want to see McFadden John take it into his hands right now to try to spark his team. They need some life. Looks like the defense is stepping up here in terms of intensity. Good ball movement there. 3-ball no good for Vanier. And Bibi finally gets a solid defensive possession. Joseph will get a breather as Corey Wine comes in. Corey Wine being recruited at the D1 level. Number 13 in white. Stands at about 6'5", 6'6".
Get your goddamn hands up!
And another poor shot there by Team Bibi. Naginu Nugala on the controls, guarded by Jean. Here's another fast break opportunity by Jean. Athlete, 2 hands, squeeze that one in. That's back-to-back buckets for Jean. That's a 3rd defensive possession here by Team Bibi, finally getting something to go in terms of consistency. And on that note, must have jinxed them with another turnover. Vanier will call a timeout, 58-21, all Vanier Cheetahs here in game 1 of our scheduled broadcast.
Everyone has their story. What's yours? Were you born with the ball in your hands? Or were you a late bloomer? Are you a dead-eye shooter? Or a high flyer?
Throws up an alley-oop! All elbow! Williams!
Are you a leader? Or an elite role player? North Pole Hoops wants to know. What's your story?
We've traveled across the country and back. 6 years running. Canada's basketball talent blossoms right before our eyes. From coast to coast. It's our job to bring it to the light. No gimmicks, just hard work on the hardwood. Who will step up to the plate this summer? Who will make their game undeniable and challenge every man in front of him? Game will speak.
Are you looking for exposure? Take your basketball event to the next level by live broadcasting with North Pole Hoops. Promotion, game film, play of the day, and much more. Email us at info@northpolehoops.com for further details.
Welcome back. Not much has changed here except for the fact that Corey Wine went to slam that all over the defense. Nearly jumped over the defender. He's called for the charge. But it's all Vanier Cheetahs here on day 1 of the Express Summer Festival. We'll take a quick break as we clean up the floor here, dry spot.
Tell me, is it something that I've done again? Say what?
Here's Campbell, look out, one hand jam.
Seeing is believing. Create your very own mixtape that showcases your top highlights and skills. Available at all NPH events. Exposure starts here.
NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers.
Couple substitution here. Third quarter action, 5:19 left to go. Look out for Corey Wine in the upcoming 2017-2018 season. Expected to have a breakout year for Vanier, 6'5" wing. Superb athlete. Bibi starting to get stuff to go offensively, but find themselves in a 40-point hole. And at this point, you just want to see better body language. You want to see a compete level and value each possession. A lot of wasted possessions, a lot of turnovers for Team Bibi. And Vanier's been taking advantage of it. If you look at the actual rosters, talent-wise, they're not very outmatched. However, it's been a matter of execution. Wine, three ball, misses it. Decent stroke there for the 6'5" wing. Hand off to Mwamba, and back to Gashi. Tries to cross over, good defense by Vanier. Back to Gashi. Nice kick out there. Some good ball movement by Bibi, off the mark, but the right idea. And here comes Vanier. Daho in transition. Tries to find Elizovic. Eric Thibault on the board now for Team Bibi. Khalifa Kulamalo on the check-in as Wine gets a rest.
Get there! Yeah! You were behind this guy! Get him in that way! Red!
Team Bibi working the drive and kick. Wants to get on the attack, this time on the baseline. That is Andy Louise. He'll go to the line for two. He's trying to get onto the scoreboard.
No, sorry. KO.
Lots of transition basketball here for Vanier. They got at least 10 points in transition. And who's the new guy? Scott Francois there, breathing a little bit of life into Team Bibi. Last 3 ball there. Check that. That's Duty Neptune. Andy Weiss tried to follow up there with a 3-ball heat check. Way off.
Khalifa. Haven't I told you how I want you to attack baseline? How do I want you to attack baseline?
Oof. Tough shot there from the corner. Khalifa Kulamala. That's Khalifa and Josh, 2 cousins on the Vanier roster, both with bright futures. Here's Kulamala once again, throws it down. That's 5 straight for Khalifa Kulamala out of Gatineau, Quebec. I gotta give him some credit, Coach. It's a good point. Coach Herzog asking him to throw it down a little harder on that time. 67-28, less than 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Tell the guys straight red now.
Corey Wine takes a short break and set to check back in with less than 2 in the 3rd.
Straight red.
Stay tuned throughout the rest of the weekend on North Pole Hoops and follow us on social media at North Pole Hoops for the latest live broadcasts. 170 plus teams here at the St-Laurent Express Tournament, the Express Summer Festival. Checking out prospects from 2018 all the way to 2021. Wine checks in for Harris. 13 in for 21. Much better defensive effort from Team Bibi here in the 2nd half. And that's their 8th point in transition here in the 3rd quarter alone. Good ball movement there and good effort there defensively. Coach Herzog trying to get a goaltend call, but Wine finishes out anyways. 35 seconds here, 3rd quarter action.
Khalifa! What kind of defense is that? Move your feet.
Bibi will get to the line for 2. Daho launches the three way off there. Offensive boards keep pouring in for Vanier. 69-34, last possession here in the third. And that right there is a microcosm of this game. Just careless turnovers by Team Bibi. Vanier making them pay. 71-34, 1 quarter to go.
It doesn't matter where you're from or what background you are, how small you might be. What matters is heart, will, and effort. Prove to yourself you belong. If you can ball, the time is now.
NPH National Showcase Circuit. From the grassroots level to the pros, a system has been developed through the National Showcase Circuit. North Pole Hoops hosts 3-day camps in Canada's major basketball markets that focus on exposure, skill development, and character development. Top performers go on to receive athletic scholarships in Canada and the United States. There are currently over 200 Canadian men and women playing at the NCAA Division I level. Canada's next top talents are identified at NPH's National Showcase Circuit.
Once we hit 10,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away a smartphone to one of you. So make sure you're subscribed and you like, comment, and share on any one of our videos. And the more times you do it, the better chances you have of winning. This is Sydney Ray for NorthpoleHoops.com. Good luck.
NPH Scouting Service. The NPH Scouting Service is another platform for exposure with a network of over 300 coaches and scouts from some of the most recognizable brands and programs. Our scouts are constantly evaluating talent to ensure accuracy and credibility.
Okay, let's keep it going. Keep the intensity high.
Get your feet square. Get your feet square.
Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it, master it.
AJ Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow! Pick it up, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillip, two-hand jam!
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter from what city you're from, how tall you are, what school, what club you represent. Game speaks. There's no politics here.
Rep by rep, you push yourself. Effort is only half the battle. Doubt sets in. Why do you do it? Is it worth it? The lights turn on. All your questions are answered.
NPH Events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country.
Is it something that I've done again? Say what?
One hand jam.
Seeing is believing. Create your very own mixtape that showcases your top highlights and skills. Available at all NPH events. Exposure starts here. We've traveled across the country and back. 6 years running. Canada's basketball talent blossoms right before our eyes. From coast to coast. It's our job to bring it to the light. No gimmicks, just hard work on the hardwood. Who will step up to the plate this summer? Who will make their game undeniable and challenge every man in front of him? Game will speak. It doesn't matter where you're from or what background you are, how small you might be.
Fourth and final quarter. Much of the same here from Vanier as the 5'10" Naginu Nugala went up there like he tried to dunk that. I don't know if he's got that in him, but aggressive take nonetheless. Gets him to the line for 2 free throws. On the middle court, we got Team Quebec U15s taking on Jean Mons in a tight one, 62-58, with 2.5 left. Three ball up from distance for Gashi. You can get that anytime. Got to be able to execute, got to be able to get good ball movement. That's been the story here for Team Bibi. Team early in the summer looking out of sync. Look to be lacking a true point guard to keep the squad organized. Corey Wine on the pull-up, nice shot there. Wine showing a little bit of everything in that tool chest. Displayed his athleticism early on at 6'5", showed the 3-ball, got the mid-range, and with me right now is Coach Rasko Popic, head coach of Concordia Stingers. Coach, I know you guys been putting in work there in the RSCQ. Tell me a little bit about the season, how that went, and what to expect coming into the 2017-18 season.
I think we had a pretty good season this year. We finished second during the regular season behind McGill, who's obviously one of the top 5 teams in the country, and Coach DeViro's done a very good job there. And we have a very young team, and I think we're going in the right direction. We have another good recruiting class coming in this year, and so I think the program's going in the right direction. Obviously, it takes a little bit of time when you take over a program at a certain time, but it's I like how we're doing and how we're progressing, and I'm looking forward to another exciting season this year.
I know it's obviously day 2 here at the festival. I've seen anything you like so far?
Well, I mean, Dan Lacasse, one of our Concordia alumni, has run this tournament for many years.
I have to throw that in there, a Concordia alumni.
My best friend too, I got to throw it in there. So it's he's been doing a great job running with the better tournaments all summer. You guys obviously come up here every summer. You know how well it's organized.
175 teams, that's crazy.
Exactly. You know, every year it keeps getting bigger. There's 15 different gyms, and you know, as you can see, there's some very good teams here. A lot of CJEP teams are here. A lot of good AAU teams are here. You know, this weekend in Montreal, unfortunately, there's 2 other tournaments being run at the same time. I think we could do a little bit better job of maybe spreading those out so that, you know, everybody gets seen. But you know, it just means that there's a lot of players playing basketball. There's a lot of good talent in Montreal, as you guys have discovered over the last couple of years. You know, and we're obviously Ontario is the hotbed where there's a lot of players, but I think we do have a lot of good players in Quebec, and you know, I'm excited to see how some of these teams are going to do throughout the rest of the summer.
Yeah, one thing I always talk about with different people, because I doing the traveling and seeing the different sort of styles of play and whatnot. It's one thing that I think Quebec does have, or a little bit better than Ontario, is the culture out here. Like especially when we get to the championship day, you know, the intensity level is extremely high. Like people love the game out here. It is a popular sport, and at the end of the day, Montreal is one of the biggest cities in the country, biggest markets in the country.
Oh no, definitely. I mean, it's people love coming watching games, love supporting basketball, especially at the youth level here, obviously. And yeah, it's gonna get heated Sunday when the championship brackets start playing the semifinals or the finals, depending on what age group it is. But I think it's exciting and it's good. It shows that basketball is well supported in our province. And I mean, we still have ways to go, and can always get better. But I think people do take it seriously, and it's good for these kids also to get to play in front of people in those big championship games. It's a good experience for them, and it's good for overall for basketball in our province.
One thing I noticed, there's teams here from obviously Quebec, but also from Ontario. I even saw a team from New York, the Gauchos, for example. I was talking to the coach earlier. It's a big time program. It's been around for decades, but like speak to that. I mean, teams are now traveling more so, it seems, from the States to Canada.
Well, obviously with the AAU now, there's so many more tournaments, and teams are starting to discover they want to go to the best tournaments. They want to go to tournaments that are well organized. And I think with this tournament, as big as it is, it's so well organized. Games are on time. Obviously, the referees are doing their camp, so you're going to have some quality officials, young quality officials who are learning the game from some of the best officials who are evaluating them. So I think that's very positive for the game overall. But it's great to have teams from Toronto. It's great to have teams from the States. It just shows that they think this tournament is worth it, and they're going to get good games if they come up here and play these teams.
Last one for you. Anybody in particular has stuck out to you in the last couple of days?
Well, obviously, I'm a bit biased because I coached him 2 years ago. Damien Squire with Team Quebec is, a hell of a player. I think Vanier has some very good young players on their team, and I'm looking forward to seeing them how the rest of the weekend is going to go. But it's definitely a lot of talent in the gym.
Any predictions for the finals?
Well, I'd like to see.
I'm throwing you on it. Under the gun.
I'd like to see maybe Vanier against Team Quebec. It's Nathan Grant used to play for Coach Andy at Vanier. Now he's coaching with me at Concordia. He was my assistant coach with Team Quebec as well. So it'd be kind of fun to have them going against each other in a big final on Sunday. So.
No question there. Biased statements all around for Coach Roscoe. Well, thanks, Coach, for joining us.
Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely, man. No question. Back to the action. Still a blowout. It's been that all the way through. What's that, Coach?
I hope Roscoe wasn't telling you about when he scored 50 on us.
No, all good things. All good things. All good things, Vanier Cheetahs. Team Bibi knocks down the triple. 4 minutes left in the ball game. Kulamala to Steve. It's a nice stroke there by Khalifa Kulamala, off the mark that time. Gashi tries to go through with the hook, no good. And here comes Joseph. All the way at the rim, easy finish with the left. And Vanier looking to crack the century mark on this one, 5 points away. Here comes Joseph again, nice change of speeds. Gives it up to Khalifa Kulamala with the mid-range. A nice looking prospect there, class of 2019. Also a MPH Showcase alum. That's where we first saw him, out of Gatineau, Quebec. The older Kulamala, cousin of Khalifa with it, gives it up to Joseph, back to Kulamala. Harris, that's probably his biggest strength as the big fella jackhammers it. But a nice pass there by Harris Elizovic. Loves to work that high-low. High IQ, good passer at 6'7". 99-44 as the last game here at day 2 about to commence. Khalifa on the attack. No good there. Was a little bit of contact, but no call. Behind the back goes Harris, and one more time for the big man connection. Here's Joseph. Crafty down the lane, misses the floater though, with 2 minutes to go. Gashi for three, finally gets one from behind the arc. Not much left to see here. Gashi launches another three ball. This Vanier Cheetahs squad, a lot of interesting pieces, of course, with their guard play in Joseph and Nugala. They got some wing play with the Kulumalas, and of course their bigs. Obviously it's about continuity and developing chemistry throughout the course of the summer. This is a CJET program that has the luxury here of playing together still, developing some rapport as the new young guns come in. And thanks to everyone for tuning in here on NorthPoleHoops.com. It's only game one of our live broadcast. We'll be here all weekend at the Express Summer Festival. Lots of competitive games on deck. Can't say this game was one of them, but expect that to change as this tournament progresses. You heard it, Rasko Popic, head coach of Concordia, predicted a Vanier Team Quebec final. Last year, we had the boys out of California, the Compton Magic, take on Thetford out of Quebec in the finals. That was an exciting finish with Thetford coming up on top. NBA talent was among those rosters. Jalen Hands for Compton Magic is in my opinion, no doubt an NBA prospect, and right now a top 20 kid in the States. Nice connection there for Team Bibi. A little, too late. Would have loved to see more aggression there from number 2, McFadden John. Hopefully he steps it up in the next one. Here comes Doho with a nice reverse. Very efficient game here for Doho, number 23 in white. Harris, Elizovic, he can hit that three ball off that time. Good recovery there, or at least an attempt by Vanier, but
just get it across half court.
Jean adds to his point total. But that will be the final. 101-51. Vanier Cheetahs give Team Bibi the business. Stay tuned, and thanks for joining us at NorthPoleHoops.com. We will have more action coming up this weekend from the St-Laurent Express Summer Festival.
Everyone has their story. What's yours? Were you born with the ball in your hands? Or were you a late bloomer? Are you a dead-eye shooter? Or a high flyer?
Throws up an alley-oop! All elbow! Williams!
Are you a leader? Or an elite role player? North Pole Hoops wants to know, what's your story?